Alright everyone, welcome to this YouTube video. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Sander Stage. I am an entrepreneur, if you will. I've been working with online businesses for over 5 years now, specifically with online education for the past 4 or 5 years. Throughout my career, I've made millions in profit. In the last 30 days alone, I've made almost $500,000 in profit. And by the end of 2024, I expect my monthly profit to grow to anywhere between $2 to $3 million per month. So if you already know me, you might know those numbers, you might know about my journey, but if you're new here, hopefully that builds a little bit of rapport. And I say that not to brag, but just to lay a foundation, because in this video, I want to just make a really raw breakdown of how, if I was to start over from complete scratch tomorrow, well, how I'd go about getting to that $10,000 to $25,000 per month mark as soon as possible. Okay. I remember clearly when I first started out, when I started my first online business, I mean, that 10K per month mark alone was such a dream for me. I thought if I could make $10,000 per month, I could get a really nice apartment. I could eat pretty much however I wanted. I could lease a nice car. I could pretty much fulfill most of life's not just basic necessities and expenses, but also at a pretty nice level, right? And so that was my goal. I remember clearly when I started my first business back in school, I had this sort of note written down, and my goal was to make 50,000 Danish krones a month, which comes out to about, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. And I've done that now. I did that many years ago. More than 4 years ago, I crossed that 10K per month mark. It actually didn't take me that many months from the point where I actually started my first online business. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful in many ways. One thing I'm particularly grateful for is when you start making that type of money, it gives your mind a whole new level of freedom to expand itself and to come up with new creative ideas for how you can create something even bigger. And often if you're struggling to just make the basic ends meet, if you're struggling to just make enough money to, again, not have to worry about those basic essentials like food and roof and rent, well, then you can't think that big, right? So that's why the place we usually start, well, at least where I started and where I'm assuming a lot of you are as well, if you're not making that kind of money yet, it's just, well, I want to make 10K per month. And if you can make 25K per month, that would be really nice. And so again, treat this video as a raw consultation. Imagine we're having sort of a physical, just one-to-one here. And I'm going to break down exactly how I'd go about doing this if I had to start from scratch. Don't expect one of those really beautifully edited, engaging YouTube videos. Just pretend we're having a raw one-to-one consultation here. I'm going to try and make it very raw and very honest for you. So there are obviously more ways than one that you can get to more than 10K per month. You can even make more than 10K per month with a lot of high-paying regular jobs. But I'm not talking about regular jobs here, and I'm assuming that's not your goal either. You'd probably want sort of freedom. Maybe it's location freedom that you want, or the freedom to work whenever you want. And so to achieve that kind of money and with that kind of freedom, well, we have to look towards entrepreneurship and starting a business, right? I'm sure you're already at that level of reflection and conclusion, but that brings the next question. Well, what business do you start? Where do you start? And there are lots of different opportunities. I'm sure you've heard hundreds, if not thousands, of different online business gurus and online, just business experts that promote a wide array of different online business models, right? Some of the more vague ones, if you ask me, will promote stuff like day trading and Forex, which is, I'm not even going to go into that. Then you have the hundreds or thousands of people promoting stuff like drop shipping, right? Which you can make a lot of money with, but it's incredibly competitive, and you don't really create any value when you're doing something like drop shipping, long shipping durations, bad quality products. You're not making a difference. It's not going to make you fulfilled. Even if you make some money from it, it's not really cool. But and it's really saturated, right? Then you have other new trends that I'm really seeing emerging these days, like doing appointment setting or sales call closing for people, right? Or we've had SMA, which is something I've been doing for years, not anymore, but something I did for years and something I taught thousands of students for years. And that was great because SMA gave, the chance to work with cool businesses and promote their products. And so you could actually create some value with it, right? But the common denominator for me between sort of appointment setting and closing and even SMA now is that they're very robotic works and they don't pay that well. I mean, if you work your absolute ass off as a closer, right, and you just do sales calls all day, every day, You might even be able to make 10, 15K per month with it, but it's going to be extremely boring and extremely repetitive. And the only difference between that and a regular job is that you might make a little bit more, right? But it's not healthy for you, I would argue, because it's such a repetitive task that you don't allow your mind to expand and grow itself with that work. And so if you're just doing those 10, 15 sales calls a day and it's the same script or the same structure you're following every time, yeah, you might make some money, but you're not evolving, and that's not interesting. And so we need to find for you, and I have this thing, I'm going to give it to you, but we need to find a path to which you can sort of cross that 10, even 25K per month mark as easily and as quickly as possible, while also creating value and doing something that inspires you and doing something that you can grow exponentially inside of. And I'm going to go ahead and give you two recommendations that are both really, really quick paths to 10 to 25K plus per month. Now, the first one, actually I saw a video the other day. I was sent a video the other day, a video that had blown up quite a lot on a relatively new channel. And this video argued that the undisputed fastest way to growing to 10K per month for anybody would be creating an online course about some skill. And I agree and I disagree. Okay, so I agree in the sense that making 10K per month with an online course is extremely easy. Okay, I've helped hundreds of people do that. Like throughout the last couple of years, just people I've coached, passively. And then in the last year specifically, I've been working very closely with around 10 students and around 10 clients that, where I've been helping on a day-to-day basis sort of create, launch, and scale their online courses. And a lot of those people are now doing more than $100,000 per month with their course. One of them is one of the Canadian ones. He's doing almost $500,000 a month with his online course at this stage. And so, again, getting to 10K per month with an online course is, at that point, you haven't even scaled. You're just scratching the surface. It's actually really easy, but it's not for everyone because there are some requirements to creating, launching, and scaling an online course. The first obvious requirement is that you have some sort of expertise that is worth selling and that some people would pay for, right? Now, this video I saw argued that even if, like, let's say you're in any profession, the level ranges from level 1 to 10, right? This video I saw, the person argued that even if you're just a level 3, you can still create an online course and teach people who are level 1 or 2 or even level 0 who haven't started yet. And here's where I partially disagree also from experience. Put yourself in the shoes of the customer, right? You're about to invest in a course. It could be a course in anything. It could be in business, right? You want to invest in a course that is going to teach you how to do X, Y, Z. But it could also be in sports, right? You want to buy a tennis course, or it could be in anything. Something as simple as cleaning houses. Or cleaning windows. Literally in my home country, there's a guy who scaled a course to multi-7 figures. And it was a course on window cleaning and making that your sort of job. So you can create $1 million courses in virtually anything. But if you're going to invest in knowledge and learning from somebody, you'd probably expect that they have a lot of experience and a lot of expertise in what they're going to teach you, right? Even if you're a level 0 tennis player, and you're looking to invest in a tennis course, even if you're at level 0, you haven't even tried it yet, you're still gonna want to, like, if you're gonna buy a tennis course, you want to learn from someone who's at least at level 7, 8, or 9. You don't want to buy a tennis course from somebody who's at level 2 or 3 just because you're at level 0. And the same thing goes for business. If you want to learn how to do a certain business model, you don't want to learn from somebody who's made 50K with it. You want to learn from somebody who's made multiple millions with that online business or with that any business, right? You don't want to learn from a level 3. You want to learn from somebody who's at least above a level 7, right? Because they have enough experience. If they're just a level 3, well, it means that they haven't crossed all the experiences and haven't failed enough to get to level 10. And so they might be able to teach you like one shortcut, but in reality, if you bought a course in anything, it should give you 20 shortcuts. It should give you 3 or 5 or 10 years of expertise in an online course. That's what online courses are about. And so again, I agree with the video that I saw in the sense that if you have some expertise that you've perfected over a couple of years or that you're just really, really good at, then by all means, creating an online course is the fastest way to growing to 10, 25, even $50 or $100,000 per month. But if you don't have that, well, what do you do then? don't create an online course if you don't have expertise that somebody would be willing to pay for, or that is actually worth money. But that's not to say that you can never create this online course. You just need to perfect the craft for a little bit longer. And so what do you do in the interim, sort of between now and, let's say, 12 or 18 months that it will take you to perfect this craft that you want to create an online course about? If you don't have any savings, like I didn't when I started off, I didn't have sort of a trust fund or, just money to spend while studying something, right? I needed to make money immediately. That was essential for me to have freedom and for me to just survive and buy the food that I wanted. And so a lot of you are probably in that same position. So what do you do if you need another 12 or 18 months to actually perfect this thing that you want to create an online course about, but you also need money now? For the voice crack. Well, you need to find a vehicle or an online business that you can make really good money with, and as a result, allowing you the space that your mind needs to then study and perfect the other craft that you eventually want to create an online course about. And so again, that brings us back to these online business models that are out there, right? Forex. I laugh when I say that because it's crazy how many scams that are out there about these things, and it's crazy to see people, profiting on the losses of their followers. There are literally people, influencers and stuff. They'll promote these Forex groups, and they profit from this sort of the people that own the trading business. These influencers, they sign their followers up through affiliate links, and they make the profit when their followers actually lose money. It's extremely evil. And there are a lot of people with borderline evil intentions out there, right? Also lots of influencers that are just blatantly promoting stuff like online gambling in their content to their followers, and literally profiting based off of the losses of their followers. It's disgusting. And so I put Forex in that same category. Again, dropshipping, not interesting. You're not creating value. You're not going to feel fulfilled, and low profit margins, horrible management and logistics. And then we have these newer things that are gaining popularity, like appointment setting and closing. Again, super robotic work that you don't grow in. You can make a little bit of money, but it emphasizes that same matrix mindset that you will have in just a regular job, because it's just repetitive, robot, factory line type of work. Really, really boring. And so I don't suggest that. I'd even go as far as to say I'd rather make 5K a month doing something that I can grow in and expand my mind in than make 10K a month as an appointment setter or a closer, where I'm slowly day by day turning into a robot. So, is there some golden thing that you can do that sort of can get you to that 10, 25 plus K per month mark, and that you can grow in, and that you can find inspiring? I believe there is, and I believe there's more than one, obviously. And I don't make this video to promote just one, but at the same time, I'm not God. I don't know everything. What I can give you as the promise in this video is exactly what I would do if I were in your shoes, if I didn't have expertise that I could turn into an online course, but I wanted to make 10 to 25K per month as soon as possible from scratch. What I would do is literally help professionals that have valuable expertise, that have perfected their craft for 5, 10, 15 years to create online courses. Imagine you go out, you find somebody who's literally been fishing their entire life, somebody who's been playing tennis their entire life, somebody who's been consulting or working with psychology their entire life, or even just for 5 or 10 years, somebody who's really, really good in whatever it is they do, in whatever profession they have. And you say, wow, I really sort of, I admire what you do. You're clearly good at it. Have you ever considered turning this expertise into an online course that you can impact thousands of students with? The answer is usually no, but quite often the answer can also be, yes, I've considered that, but I actually have no idea where to start. I don't know how to create the course. I don't know how to host the course. I don't know how to launch it or market it. What if you could learn all that? What if you could literally understand all these processes, how to go from expertise to vision, to curriculum, to course production, to course launch, and to course scaling, and to course management? What if you could learn all of that in sort of an education? You can, and that's what I've created. And again, I don't want this video to be a blatant sales video. I don't want it to come across as me selling you something. This is genuinely me speaking from the bottom of my heart. And you can check out our stuff if you want. And if you don't, by all means, that's completely okay. I'm just saying, imagine that you can help 3, 5, or even 10 professionals with valuable expertise turn that expertise into online courses that they can each impact 500 or 1 or 2,000 students with. In the span of 12 to 18 months, you can literally scale that to a consulting agency where you're helping these professionals and you're getting permanent profit share from their course sales. You can scale that to a business that's doing 50, even 100 or 200K per month, because you're taking, let's say you scale one of your clients to 100K per month, which is pretty easy if they have good expertise, right? And you're taking a 20% permanent profit share. Now you're already making 20K per month with that single client. Imagine doing that with 5 clients. Now you're making $100,000 per month. Again, I don't want this to come across as salesy. I'm being honest, because if you can make, even just 10, 25, 30, 50K per month doing that in a work where every case is hyper unique and every case is really interesting and every case requires you working closely together with these professionals to create something that's genuinely valuable and working with them on all the different aspects of the process. Imagine how much you're going to grow in that work. Imagine how much you're going to learn about not just all the different industries, or not even just, about this process of creating and launching courses, but also about the different industries that your clients are in. It's going to expand your mind exponentially in the span of 12 months. You're going to learn so much about so many different kinds of people, so many different types of professions, and it's going to teach you what is, in my opinion, the most crucial aspect to have in today's world if you want to succeed in online business, which is understanding how to convey things to people, right? And courses are at the hypercenter of that. How do you efficiently convey your expertise into words that people want to listen to? How do you efficiently convey it into marketing that people want to buy into? All of these processes, if you can help 5 clients create, launch, and scale a course to even just 50K per month, what you will learn by doing that will span across the whole spectrum of expertise that you need to succeed in online business. And so again, if you do this for 12 or 18 months, you create immense value through the students that your clients are impacting. You learn so much about online business and the full spectrum, and you make a lot of money, which will then give you the freedom to, in your free time, study whatever you're passionate about. Not necessarily in university, but just podcasts, ebooks, other online courses, studying these things, because now you have the money and the free time in the evening and the inspiration because you're feeling inspired, right? And then when you've helped these clients do this for 12 or 18 months, then you've been studying simultaneously and improving and honing in on your own craft. And now you can create a course about that and scale it up. And by the time you're going to create your own course, you've already helped 5 others do it. So your start and scaling is going to happen like that. It's going to be explosive. So again, there's more than one way to get to 10, 25, 50, or 100K per month. But what we're talking about is what is the best way. And more importantly, what we're talking about is, again, treat this as a one-to-one consultation between me and you. I'm just looking you dead in the eye. This is exactly what I would say to my best friend. Like if my best friend was coming to me tomorrow and saying, I'm feeling lost, I'm not happy in my regular 9 to 5 or my regular job. I want to do online business, I want freedom, and I want to get to that 10 to 25K per month mark as soon as possible. Brutally honestly, what I would tell my best friend, looking him dead in the eyes, is exactly what I've just told you. Is this thing of helping professionals create online courses while studying, while becoming smarter, while learning. And then you can create your own online course in 18 or 24 months if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just keep growing that agency where you're helping these clients. And if you keep doing that for 3-4 years, well, heck, you could probably have permanent profit share on 20, 30, or 40 scale clients. And you could literally scale that to $250,000 or $500,000 business alone, just consulting clients, right? So to come to a conclusion, again, yes, if you have expertise that's worth selling, then creating an online course by yourself immediately might be the quickest solution or path to get to 10 to 25K per month. But if you don't have that thing that's worth selling, or if you don't have great speaking abilities, or if you haven't practiced conveying your points efficiently enough yet, then you're better off honing in on those things for a while building the business model I just described to you. Now, this thing is relatively unique. It's there's a huge market demand for it, and there's a very, very low supply. I experienced this at the beginning of last year when I created my first beta version of our new program. So we've just launched one program, and we're about to launch another one. And again, this is not a sales speech. This is I'm explaining this to you to expand our understanding, our mutual understanding of the subject. So at the beginning of last year, I wanted to create a course that could literally teach professionals how to create their own online course, right? And so that we started off, we launched a beta version. We had 10 people in there. I pre-launched it 7.5K per spot. So I made, $75,000 on the launch, which is not a lot, but it is still pretty decent, obviously. If I heard those numbers 5 years ago, I would have been mind blown. Regardless, the point is, when I started creating that course, what I realized is it didn't matter what person I met or talked to, if it was my, when I went to the barbershop or the hairdresser, or when I talked to my tennis coach or interior design specialist, whoever I talked to about this project of mine, they would all ask the same question. They would say, well, I've been curious about turning my expertise into an online course. Could you help me do this? And if I responded, yeah, my course on this is going to be out soon, you can study it. Well, they'd all say, I don't have the time to study that course through. Well, a lot of them would say that I don't want to study that course through and take care of all the process myself. I literally have to take care of my job as well. So that's impossible. I want your personal help. And I was not in a position where I could help all of them personally. I've worked with like around 10, a little bit more of these clients personally now, but I can't take on all the requests I get for this because it's a lot, right? So what I realized was there's just a huge demand for people that can help professionals do this. There are millions of professionals that have been considering turning their expertise into an online course. They just don't know where to start. They don't know where to host it. They don't know how to create it. They don't know how to scale it. They don't know how to manage it. They don't have any idea how to do any of the things. And so if you could learn all of those things and provide that as a service, it will be so easy for you to get clients. And so we've witnessed that now because a month ago, we released one of our newer programs, which is called the IPGA Masterclass. So essentially IPGA stands for Info Product Growth Agency. And that's this business model I just talked to you about. And we've already had around 500 to 1,000 new students inside of this IPGA Masterclass now. And it's absolutely incredible and really inspiring witnessing what's happening inside of the community and in the Wins chat. We're having like 10, 20 people every single day writing in there. I just had my first day of outreach and I've already booked 5 meetings and signed 2 clients. I've never seen people sign clients and make money this easily ever in my life. And again, I'm literally feeling like I'm speaking to my best friend here. I'm not sugarcoating anything. This is the honest truth. I've never seen people sign clients or make money that easily. 5, 10K payments every day in the Wins chat. Just first day, I signed 2 or 3 clients every day in the Wins chat. It's absolutely insane. But so again, to conclude, if you have expertise that's worth selling and you want to turn that into an online course and you want help doing that, well, there's 2 paths. You can either study a course that's going to teach you how, and we're about to launch our Course Creator Masterclass actually. So if you want to do it yourself and learn the process yourself, then you can go onto our co-ed website and check out the Course Creator Masterclass. If you want help doing it instead, like a lot of professionals do, well, then you can apply to work with one of our IPGAs because they're all ready to help clients, right? Now, if you don't have the expertise that's worth selling yet, and you want to hone in your craft and you want to get to 10, 25, 30, even 50K a month as soon as possible within the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months, well, then start an IPGA. That's the most honest answer I can give you. There is no better opportunity for getting to that mark right now. I'm at a loss for words because it's just that wild. I'm just going to see if there's anything I missed. I just went one take here, but I wrote a few bullet points down, but I think we covered pretty much everything. Yeah, that's about it. So again, if you want to create an online course, well, feel free to check out our Course Creator Masterclass or to apply to work with one of our IPGAs that will be happy to help you. But if you're not in that position, if you don't have great speaking abilities yet, or if you don't have that expertise that's worth selling, start an IPGA. That's the best thing I can tell you. If you don't want to listen to me, go ahead, try your luck with Forex or appointment setting or closing or dropshipping. Like it's robot work and it's not going to inspire you. I've seen it. I've been in this game for 5 years now. I've made millions of profit. I've had so many experiences. I've seen so many people succeed and so many people fail. And I just can't put it any more honestly. So yeah, if you're curious about starting IPGA, by all means, I invite you over to our other website. You'll find in the description where you can check out sort of a full demo walkthrough and a mini course on the IPGA model for free on there. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. By far the easiest way to get to 10, 25K per month raw, how I would do it if I had to start from scratch tomorrow with all of my sort of experience and bank account stripped. I would start an IPGA by all means. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you didn't find it boring. This is a new format for me. I'm not used to doing the videos this raw. but hopefully it felt very genuine and it felt like a one-to-one conversation. I plan on doing a lot more of these raw style honest videos in the future. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. See you in the next one.